Australia is undergoing a generational shift and the country has become more diverse, according to the latest census. Julia Bradley has all the details from Melbourne. Julia, what does the data show? Take us through it.
Well, Ash, the data shows that there is a clear generational shift, with millennials growing in number, but also you'd imagine in influence as well. So for the first time in history, both baby boomers and millennials are on par when it comes to their proportion of the population, both representing about 5.5 million people, or 21.5% of the population each. And the ABS has suggested that this is partly because of migration over the past few decades. Typically, people tend to migrate to Australia during their most productive years, so that's part of the reason why we're seeing this trend.
One of the other things I think that's really important out of this census data is it once again shows the importance of us getting our immigration policy right, because 28% of Australians were born overseas. Over 50% of Australians have one parent who was born overseas.
And Julia, culturally we're seeing a few differences too.
That's right, Ash. Australia is becoming a majority migrant nation. In fact, more people now are first or second generation migrants than was the case during the last census. So more than half of Australians would identify as a first or a second generation migrant. More than 1 million people have migrated to Australia since 2017, and the COVID pandemic played a major role in this. I can also tell you that India has now surpassed China and New Zealand, becoming one of the top three places of origin of Australia, one of the largest countries of birth for Australians. And we heard before from the Shadow Immigration Minister Dan Tehan about this and how this is then going to influence immigration policy and social policy as well. The data also showing that religion is no longer as influential in our society, with more people saying that they're not religious, about 54% of people, compared with almost 90% 50 years ago. Our population's growing, 25.5 million people. That's a doubling over the past 50 years, Ash.
Julia Bradley, appreciate the update. Thank you for that.